Hello friends, I welcome you all to this online session of Compulsory English. In the last 2-3 sessions, we were discussing about a group discussion, and in group discussion we learn how to show agreement, how to show partial agreement, how to initiate in the group discussion, how to interrupt. We have learned all these language expressions, and in this session let us continue with the same unit. In the last session, we have already seen about the statement of disagreement and the manners of disagreement. As I told you, in a group discussion, as you are discussing an issue which is given by the employer or which is given by the interview panelist, you can see that you are not supposed to debate on it with other group members, but you are just a part of a team which are supposed to understand the issue from different perspective. And in that case, many times we agree with certain people and many times we disagree with certain participants. In the agreement we have learned, in even in the agreement we should show the enthusiasm, we should show the polite manner. Similarly, while expressing disagreement, it again becomes so important to maintain the polite tone. The person with whom you are disagree should not, your behavior should not be rude with him, or you should not speak outwardly that I am not agreeing with you and start quarreling with him. Instead of that, you should try to convince him. Your manner should be a good one. It should not the manner that outwardly rejected his views and posing or imposing your views on him. So don't do that. You should not supposed to impose your opinions, your views on others, but you are supposed to discuss, modify your views, and try to come to an unanimous conclusion, uh, which is formatted, which is constituted with the opinions of all the members. So this is what the group discussion is. So we will see this statement of disagreement and manners of disagreement, because I think agreement, partial agreement, and disagreement, these are the three expressions that we frequently require in a group discussion. And these three expressions are also very important to show your personality. And as a result of that, while stating disagreement, you can see here also the manner of agreement. Both these things were expressed. Both these things were prescribed here. One is a statement of disagreement, how, what kind of language should be used, and what kind of manner should be adopted while disagreeing. So both these things are important to note when we were thinking about the uh, disagreeing with someone participating in the group discussion. So see, statement of disagreement: I am sorry to disagree with you. So saying sorry for disagreeing with the person is also a very polite, kind gesture towards him. So you should say, I am sorry to disagree with you. If you want to cancel GST, propose other way of collecting tax which can't be foolish. So this is what you can see, this disagreement. If the person is saying that GST is a foolish uh, method of collecting tax, and he is saying, I am sorry to disagree with you. If you want to cancel GST, propose other ways of collecting tax which can't be foolish. So this is what the statement, and this is again a asking or insisting for finding alternate way. See the manner of disagreement: the speaker politely disagrees. You are not rude in your manners, you are polite. So the speaker politely disagrees and insists on finding out alternate ways. So this is what the important thing is. Or I am not fully convinced of your views, you can't. So these highlighted expressions are important, because these highlighted expressions we require frequently. We have to memorize these expressions because they are universal one. They are not changing from group discussion to group discussion. Even if it is the statement about the environment, you can see I am, you can use I am sorry to disagree with you, or whatever the statement is. So these are the statements that are universal, that can be used in any topic. Therefore I am saying you that you should use, reuse, internalize these statements, that you can easily and automatically use when you are participating in a group discussion. I am not fully convinced of your views. So this is again a general statement, general expression showing disagreement. It is not necessary that it should be used in a specific topic. You can use this statement expression with any topic. For example, if it is a here is a you can't judge all people to be blind believers, they have their own faith. So this is what you can see is a statement about the religion and faith, but you can use the same statement with when we were discussing about the gender issues. So this is a common statement. See, I am not fully convinced of your views. You can't judge all people to be blind believers, they have their own faith. So the speaker politely disagree with new suggestion. Then if it if it is injustice on the part of students to say that they are very much crazy for internet and cell phones. Don't you think they are very much familiar with the modern technology? You can see this is posing a question, and again he is not saying directly that I am disagreeing with you, but very tactfully he is suggesting that he is disagree with the statement. Then the speaker strongly disagree and raises a question. So here you can see this strong disagreement can be shown in this statement. Then no, I can't agree with you. I think you are absolutely wrong because you can't judge a person by outward appearance. Many times it happens in the group discussion that a person who is participating has certain prejudices, and in that case he speaks something that is not at all acceptable. In that case you should show your strong agreement. I am not saying that you should not show your strong disagreement or you should tactfully show your disagreement. Many times the participants make such a statement that cannot be accepted at all. And in that situation, you should show your strong disagreement. That is the important thing. Because it is again whether you are tolerating such a kind of state. If you tolerate such a kind of statements, it means you are not sincere. You are not honest with the things. So this is what you should show your honesty in rejecting. Whether you should not think in such a situation, you should not think about the impression, but you should speak uh, directly to the person that no, I can't agree with you. I think you are absolutely wrong because you can't judge a person by outward appearance. The speaker strongly disagree and raises a question. This is what you can see is the statement. Then the last one. I must take issue with you on your view that rich people are becoming richer and poorer. During the last 10 years, the poor classes have shown upward mobility. See, these are the things that we were used. So many times it happens in the group discussion that we should use a tact. The speaker vehemently disagree, giving reason. We may give the reason of disagreement. So this is what the disagreement, the strong disagreement we also see, and the general disagreement we also see the expressions. So you are supposed to use these highlighted language expression in your day-to-day life. See the express your agreement with following options, uh, giving a reason for supporting them. I have prepared this task for you. See, this is the task. See, to save environment means to save the earth. This is a statement. So there is agreement and disagreement. So see, agreement. Yes, I am fully agreed with you. Saving environment means saving the composition of earth to as it is as much as possible. So this is a stating your agreement and at the same time giving the proper reason why you think so. This is also very important because it shows your logical thinking. It shows your reasonability, where you are thinking reasonable or you are thinking romantic one. So this is what, yes, I am fully, and here also the statement also shows your knowledge about the topic. So yes, I am fully agreed with you. Saving environment means saving the composition of earth to as it is as much as possible. This is what the to save earth, sorry, save environment means to save earth. Then disagreement. I don't think so. The global warming and greenhouse gases is just a myth spread by the developed, sorry, it should be here, gases. There are two things, so you can also use this. So you can understand that these are the statements that we are used to disagree and manners of disagreement. Many times it happens with us that the person who is participating in a group discussion, he make a statement that is absolutely wrong or that is not at all acceptable. In that situation, it is not necessary that you should uh, keep the manners and etiquette and suggest that you are not agree with the statement. If you tolerate such a kind of statement, then it means you are not sincere or honest. You are thinking about your own impression instead of reacting spontaneously to the statements. So this is what is the thing. In such cases, in such a situations, you are supposed to suggest, you are supposed to speak or express your strong disagreement. You should condemn the person who is using such a kind of statement that is full of a prejudices. So here you can see, no, I can't agree with you. I think you are absolutely wrong because you can't judge a person by outward appearance. So this is what you can see, a statement that rejected outwardly the speaker's opinion. That is also important because I'm saying you that you should make a polite statement, you should show the manners and manners of disagreement and all these things. But keeping in mind all these things, when such a situation occurs where the person who is participating in a group discussion make a statement that is not at all acceptable, then in that situation, in that case, you should outwardly reject him, outwardly say that you are wrong. So here in the last sentence, you can see the person is saying, I think you are absolutely wrong. And this is again shows your confidence, whether you are confident about your opinion or not, whether you have analyzed the thing properly or not. All these things are expressed in this situation. So see, then I must take issue with you on your views. So this is what you can see, speaker vehemently disagree and giving reason. Many times we give reason or we raise a question. So this is what are the important things that we should note in detail. Then expressing your agreement with the following opinions, giving a reason for supporting them. I have prepared this task for you. We will analyze this task and go for the next point. See, these are the statement. To save environment means to save the earth. See the agreement. Yes, I am fully agreed with you. Saving environment means saving the composition of earth to as it is as much as possible. Understand that there is a logic between the agreement and the reason. Why you are agree with the person? You should say, should express your views. You should express why you think so. There should be a reason, there should be a logical analysis behind your agreement, or at the same time there should be a logical analysis behind your disagreement. So this link between agreement and logic or reason that you are providing, or about in the same case in the disagreement, if you are stating disagreement, you should show, you should express the proper reason. So here you can see, yes, I am fully agreed with you is a clear statement that suggests your agreement. And second thing or second sentence is the sentence of a reason, sentence of a logic, why you are agree with the person. You are agree with the person because you think that saving environment means saving the composition of earth to as it is as much as possible. So this is what the agreement. Then disagreement of the same statement. See, I don't think so. The global warming and greenhouse gases are just the myths spread by the developed nations to suppress the carbon emission and show the development of underdeveloped nations. So you can see, this is again a matter of analysis or matter of a knowledge. If you see after the rise of a new nationalism in the politics, especially after the election of Donald Trump, Modi, Vladimir, and Chinese Prime Minister, you can see there is uh, a thing, or there is a thought process that, or there is a rejection of a myth of rejection of the issue or a topic of a global warming, because all these especially I'm not speaking about the Modi government, but I'm speaking about the Donald Trump, Vladimir, and Chinese government, because these three governments have outwardly rejected that global warming is a myth. And especially before Trump, or before this before the last prime minister's presidency of Vladimir Putin, you can see they were hailing, or they were thinking, they were very serious about the global warming, but as they think that their national interests were harmed by the new environmental policies or new environmental treaties signed by the international forums, they start rejecting or condemning the global warming. Especially the Trump outwardly, when in the very initial part of his presidency, he stated that global warming is a myth. So when I am stating this, the global warming and greenhouse gases are just a myth. I know that fact. I know all these development in connection to the global warming. So both these things, when we were thinking about this statement, thinking about the agreement and thinking about the disagreement, you can see both these things. It seems that both are very logical. One agreement is also logical, and disagreement is also logical, and that is the very important part to understand while agreeing or disagreeing. Then see the second, growth of professional colleges indicates rise in the quality of private education. So see, I agree with you entirely, because the private educational bodies have to ensure the qualities. You can see the statement, that highlighted statement suggests your strong agreement and give the reason. Similarly, the disagreement, you can see it is injustice on the part of a government schools to say that the private educational institutions only ensure the quality. So this is another point, another part of the same statement. So both these statements are logical and appropriate. Then running women education center means doing important social work. See, of course you are right, because women gets education means family gets education. See the reasoning. Then I am sorry to disagree with you. Here also I have maintained a polite tone that I am disagree with you. Co-education is, because the statement is not absolutely wrong. The statement is not absolutely wrong, and you are not against the women education, but you are also supporting the co-education. So this is what I am sorry to disagree with you, and therefore I am maintaining a polite tone. I am sorry to disagree with you. Co-education is the only way to eradicate the gender discrimination. Co-education is the only way to eradicate the gender discrimination. So this is what the another logic of the same statement. So and both these logics are appropriate one. We can't deny, we can't reject the statement that I have made. Co-education is the only way to eradicate the gender education discrimination, and you can't even reject that, because women gets education means family gets education. So this is what you can see, the logic behind the reasoning. Then to save Sanskrit language means to save Marathi culture. I think so too, because Sanskrit is a mother language of a Marathi, Hindi, and Gujarati. Or disagreement, you can see, I am not fully convinced of your views. Though Marathi is originated from Sanskrit, it is now totally a different language and different culture. So you can see the statement and logic behind the reason. Then co-education helps healthy social relationship. See, I have no doubt about your point. This is a very strong agreement. It is a proved fact that gender stereotypes were created only due to socialization. This is the logic. Then see the second part. I must take issue with you on your view that co-education helps healthy social relationship. Co-education and gender issues are two different things. Family, peers, and other social exposure will introduce the gender roles. So this is what the another logic. Understand that when we think about this statement, agreement and disagreement, two things are important. First is the expression and second is the knowledge. Or you can see the first is knowledge and second is the expression. You should know this issue of environment. You should know how to agree and disagree. You should think about it. You should analyze the things and then express it. If you reject to analyze the thing, and instead of analyzing the thing, if you go on rejecting, you can't give the reason or you can't maintain a logic behind the agreement or disagreement. So it becomes necessary part on your necessary on your part that you should maintain a logic, you should maintain a reason, and it is only possible for you when you analyze the thing, when you read the thing, when you get the knowledge about the thing. You should think about co-education and gender discrimination. You should think about the environment, then the 2 points or two parts, two parties that where one is rejecting the global rejecting the threats to environment or global warming, and one is accepting the facts of a global warming and supporting the nature activism. So this is what you can see, agreement and disagreement. So we will stop here and we will continue the same in the next section. We have completed this agreement and disagreement. I think that agreement, partial agreement and disagreement, these are the three expressions that are very important to note. So we will stop here, and therefore I have focused it again and again. So we will stop here and continue with the same in the next session. In the next session we will deal with intervening or breaking into the discussion. Thank you for listening.